Yo, what's up, everyone? Welcome to the Cinder League Podcast, Week 6. I'm your host, Majnu, and we're diving into everything that went down this week: big plays, wild drafts, and clutch moments. We got 3 player interviews today, some hot takes, and the usual chaos that makes the league what it is. Whether you're spectating, playing, or just here for vibes, I'm glad you're here with us. Let's jump right into it. All right, welcome back to another episode of the Ember Cinder League Burning Point Week 6. We are very close to playoffs, just a couple weeks left. Today I'm joined by Canadia from White Lotus Wisteria, also Marlexia from Sabertoots, and we're, fan favorite Miach is back from Phantom Troop. Miach is the top laner, and then we have 2 mid laners today, so it should be a pretty exciting episode. We had some interesting matches this week. Sabertoots was able to take on final boss Pup Patrol. It was a 2-0 victory. And then between White Lotus and Phantom Troop, it was a 2-1 victory going to Phantom Troop. Very close set. It was very interesting to watch. So I'd love to hear Marlexia, because he is new to the league. This is his first week. He debuted against Final Boss. How are you feeling, man?
Oh, feeling pretty good. Definitely like synergy for like first time around. We did obviously do scrims and everything together before like putting me on the team and all that type of stuff. But um definitely synergy and comms and then like the energy of the team was definitely there for sure. And it showed with our performance. So I feel like overall it's going very well so far.
Yeah, I love the picks that you had. I mean, obviously, like ETS Cheese was very prominent in both games with just one death, and he popped off on the Jinx, and then I believe it was Misfortune.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Misfortune Rail is just a monster of a combo.
Oh, absolutely, just an absolute powerhouse combo. And then I know you were like backing him up. I mean, your entire team is set up in such a way where like it's utility based, and you guys play so well. How did you feel going into the game, like prep wise? Like, were you guys? I mean, obviously, you being new to the team, was everyone like pretty calm, or was like how were like how was it experience wise?
um we were fairly sorry. We were fairly confident going in just because when we're like doing our scouting and looking at everything, we notice like majority of the time if Pup Patrol does win their games, it's usually through their mid laner. And we just looked at like past bans, what people did and that type of thing, and we noticed that if Mel's banned, he goes, I believe it's like Lysandra, and I think the other one was Hui was the other ones he would do. And we were contemplating for the longest time like leaving Mel up because my one of my best mid laners is Azir, and Azir decimates Mel fairly easily. So we were like, we could always just leave it up. But we were having a little bit I guess confidence issues when it came to that. So we just ended up banning it and putting him on his other mid laners, which is like Lysandra, that type of stuff. And once we saw the Lysandra, we knew she wants to play close range and everything. So we just played things that could counter that, which Annie does very, very well. And it was just playing through banning the mid laner mostly because, like I said, that's who we noticed was their star performer on their team.
Yeah, I mean, you forced him onto obviously the Lysandra game 1, but he didn't have any value at all because you outranged him with the Annie. And then game 2, he like resorted on playing like Tristana mid, but again, you shut him down with the Vladimir. So definitely, I'm excited to have you here, and I'm excited to see like what you have to bring for like the next few weeks and then playoffs. So welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Cool. And then now I want to move on to the other big match of the week. This was Phantom Troop's first match. Obviously, Miach, you guys played 2 games. You guys are against Jolly Rogers, and you guys played against uh, White Lotus Wisteria. I mean, how are you feeling after securing those few wins? I mean, I think you guys are. I want to say. I don't want to trust my tier, my, what do you call it, my sheet, because it might not be updated. But I believe you guys are either first or second. I think Forge Esports is on top. But how are you guys feeling after those 2 wins?
I just were feeling fine. Nothing too specific or nothing too like eye glaring out of those games.
Yeah, I mean it's interesting to see your performance on top lane because with like how top lane usually is, it feels like an island. I mean it felt like both games you were able to do so much with uh I want to say game one you played or actually game
Oh,
one was someone else playing for you?
yeah, I think somebody else was.
Okay, yeah, it was the Mangalorean, right? So
Yeah.
the game one you weren't there for, but then the other two games, the games that your team had won, you were there, playing like I'd say like the strongest weak side champions. You have Scion, and then you had Ornn. I mean, is your when you're playing on your team, like is your team relying on you basically getting like those side lane pushes, or are you kind of like
Uh,
running your own show and then they're doing their own thing?
I guess I just tried to play out my lane as strong as possible.
Hmm.
But I don't really remember what happened in the laning phase. The top laner for White Lotus wasn't really that memorable. I mean, he's just like the rest of them.
I gotcha. So you would say like your lane was like pretty neutral, like not too difficult.
Not too difficult, no.
I gotcha.
Boring.
Is for top lane, are you usually like the tank player on the team, like the engage, or do you play like some carries as well?
I guess I play for what draft needs or what draft wants. So if it's like tank top, then I can go tank top. If it's a carry top, I can carry top.
Gotcha. And then so that was against the White Lotus. What about Jolly Rogers? How was your matchup there? Because I know that game you had played. Um, I believe you played Gnar, and then you also, I mean, you back to Scion, which seems to be a comfort pick for you. How was the Gnar?
No, I mean, good blind pick. Safe blind pick, but he counters the chats. I mean, but it's blindsy, so it doesn't really matter. And I shit on him in the end, and like just said.
Yeah, I mean, it is like nice to see the performance on there, and obviously like with how your team works, Rapid Sammy is just like such a power. Like I'd say probably one of the best junglers in the league. Definitely top three. They are definitely. I mean, they're very good at the picks champs that they pick. They're usually playing like very like engage heavy, like just starts the fights up like with like the Xin Zhao, Pantheon, or Mumu. So I think the synergy that you guys have is really good, and I think it's a solid team. Um, I do want to ask Canada, the games that you guys played, obviously, like I saw that they put you on Malzahar duty. What was up with that? Like game one and two?
Well, with the thing with Mouse is I've been playing it a lot in solo,
Hmm.
and it's just kind of a comfort pick. I can blind it. I can pretty much play it in anything at the current moment, so that was just like the main purpose of that.
Yeah, but I mean it's more like a lane neutralizer, because you kind of just farm and like it's hard to kill you before. Because of your passive, and then your ult is just like you're very safe with it. Unless like they have a bunch of dive champions, which like game one they had the Amumu, which was kind of scary, and the Rakan as well. Um, and then game two they had the Trist Alley, so just kind of like in your face with the Xin Zhao. I mean,
Yeah,
mhm.
sorry. Yeah, it was a big change up from game one to game two with how their comp was. Game one, them picking the Smolder was a little bit counterproductive to us just because he's able to farm off my voids, but
Yeah. I mean, obviously it wasn't enough because you guys were able to take over that game. You had Dragon. I mean, Dragon had he had a really good Ambessa jungle game. I've never. What was? I mean, were you guys prepared for his Ambessa jungle, or is that kind of like a surprise pick?
no, he Dragon actually plays that quite a bit in our scrims.
Yeah, I absolutely
He'll
loved your
he'll
guys' pick there because it was very like if they're in a choke, you guys kind of just pick somebody and it just like takes over. Um, but I mean, besides that, like games two and three, like obviously didn't go in your favor. Like how, when you guys approached the draft, like I mean, how was the comms? Like, what was like the game like for you guys? Because I know you guys have been on the top, but like it was definitely a rough game for you guys, back to back.
uh yeah, for sure. I feel like just game and I feel just coming out of the previous week versus Vanguard, we a little bit lost our identity as a team. Game one, we started to show signs of getting it back, but then game two and game three, I feel like Sammy's Xin Zhao played a huge factor in the game, in both games overall, just kind of controlling from start to finish. Um, Game three was a lot more winnable, in some spots than game 2 was for sure though.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see you guys kind of like bounce back. I know like it might have been just like an off week for you guys, but I do know that you guys have the potential. Like everyone here does. Like I said, this is one of those leagues where everyone's going to make it through. So I mean, playoffs is coming. We're gonna have to see like how like everyone turns it up. Um, so like with like playoffs coming, this is a question to like anybody. What is I mean, do you guys have like any extra prep that you guys are doing? Like, is it like scrims? Are you guys flexing? Like, what is making like your practices like effective for you guys to like get to like that next level?
Personally, for us at White Lotus Wisteria, we actually ran a gauntlet this weekend. So we did yesterday. We have scrims today to get prepped up for Monday, and then going forward, we'll probably try to keep it pretty tight for scrims. Like have like a day or two back to back before we have to play, just to stay a little bit fresh.
Nice. What about you guys at Phantom Troop, Miach?
I guess for me in top lane, I usually scout my other top laner to see his champ pools and 1v1s and do 1vs to simulate lane in with any higher elo people. But specifically in this league, I haven't done that yet because there's just nobody that's good enough for me to take out the time to do it. But maybe in playoffs and the finals or semis, I will.
Yeah, I agree. And then I mean, playoffs is going to be definitely be like the game changer because you're going to have like harder matchups as you're getting closer to like semis and finals. Marlexia, what about? I know you're still new to the team, and I keep bringing it up, but I'm not sure like how much you've done in terms of like practicing with the team. But like, what's been like your guys' like go to?
So we've done so far because I was just like the sub, and then stuff happened, so I came up and became the main thing. Um, but so far with the scrims we have done with me being the mid laner, we've only been able to do like 2 or 3, I believe. We're 2-0 with me being the mid laner in scrim wise. Um, so like I said, everything's just seems like it's flowing a lot better. Been trying different things as like my main role is top lane, so I'm able to play, if able to, play top laners in the mid lane. So I pulled out like in our, I'll just say it, I don't really care. In scrims, I pulled out a Renekton mid, I pulled out Gangplank, I pulled out Cassante and stuff like that. So there's definitely like a lot of variety of things that we can do when it comes to like comps and everything. And just because my champ pool is very diverse from playing top and mid, like no way to like ban me out in a sense. But I feel like it's going well so far.
No, that's good. So wait, when you say like like your champ was like like top and mid, so like would you play like champions that you would normally see top lane mid as well?
Yeah, so like I said, I pulled out Renekton. I'll play Renekton if it's like a good matchup. Cassante, I guess you kind of see him mid, but not really anymore. Um, I played Set. I can do that. That'd be like it just depends on like matchup and what the team needs, obviously. But I know Garen mid was a thing for a while, but then he got like decimated. But um, but yeah, like if I see it can like be good, like into like a like if they have like a Jin or something, we just want more bulkiness. I'll play a bruiser mid laner, no bruiser in the mid lane and that type of stuff. So it makes it harder for the Jin to get through our team. It's just whatever I sees fit and whatever we can make work.
I like that. Speaking of like making things work, like what would you like? Obviously, like again, this is a question for anyone. What's been like the biggest what's the word? Biggest lesson, I guess, or like biggest like thing that you've learned from like playing in this league, like in terms of like it could be anything, like competition, champions, anything. That you guys have learned so far in this like the 6 weeks you guys have been playing.
I've only got a week, so
It's you.
For me, uh, I know Miach probably won't agree with this, but maybe just respecting the other team and the other laners. For you never know how they can come into a game and turn a little sideways on you.
Who said that? Who said that?
Canada said that
Yeah,
basically saying
who's-
respecting like other laners and like the lane.
Who's White Lotus top laner again? I forgot.
Dahmer.
Oh, let's see. Well, hey, maybe you guys should look for a new top laner.
I don't know. I mean, like that game.
Maybe you guys should look for a new top laner playoffs. Replace your top laner, try to get a better one. Maybe then I respect them. Who knows?
Yeah, no, that's a fair that's fair to throw that out there. I feel like your Cyan game was really really well, but definitely the I can't remember if it was game 2 or game 3, but I definitely think Rapid Sammy had a lot to do with you coming out of lane with any impact at all.
The Orn game or both games?
No, his Cyan game was really well played, but the game where Dahmer had Mord, I definitely feel like the Zinzao played a big factor.
Oh, it was the Orn game. Yeah, he was playing Orn that game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Rapid
Yeah.
Sammy was
I mean,
basically living top.
Hey, listen, if you get ganked as a Mord and you'd still die, that's on you. Like, I don't like. You literally have an ult that's like anti gank and a literal island, and then you still die to ganks. That's on you. Like, as a Mordekaiser, it's insane how like no one should be dying from ganks as a Mord.
Sammy, I mean, I feel like the way that Sammy was playing, I mean, I think you're right. Like, it should be hard for a jungle to gank, like a Mord, because the threat of Mord pulling into ult and separating you is like really really scary. But I think the way that Sammy played, I mean, they played it very very smart. Like, they chunked out the Mord, and then basically anytime like Mord could ult, like it was basically like they were dead regardless. Like there was like it was very hard for Mord to be able to do what you were saying right there. So I think you guys are both right. Like if Mord was playing,
I disagree.
Huh?
Mord was just playing like dog shit. Here, I believe this game was streamed. I can even show you how the lane is supposed to be played. So I remember, I believe. Let me check the VOD. I believe, okay, so basically the lane went like this. Me and Moore were trading, basic trading, basic Qs, basic Ws, Es, and then he ults me at full health. Now, when he ults, he doesn't have ult to escape, and it's susceptible to 2v1s. And I say, hey, top lane's fighting. He ulted, come gank. Moore dies. Oopsie daisy. That's on the Moore. The lane, how should be played is Mord has sustained with W, and he should be poking out with Q and E. You should never be ulting at full or half health. The dude just does not know how to play Mord. He's completely dog shit, and the fact that he blames for jungle presence is completely unacceptable.
I mean, yeah.
I wouldn't say we were blaming it on jungle presence. I was just more or less saying that your impact in that game specifically had to do a lot with your jungler, not necessarily just like your overall top lane.
Because your top laner is Dasha and makes constant easy mistakes. It's like not like anybody punishes mistakes, bro.
Well, I mean, regardless, like it was a tough game, I'd say. But like the whole point is for like everybody to get better. So I'm sure like with the VOD up, like he could probably like review the games and like learn a few stuff. So that's good. Obviously, like again, like Sammy had some like pretty good impacts right there, and it was I'd say it was a good what do you call it, best of 3 between the two of you. Like it's gonna be exciting to see how both teams progress towards like playoffs, and I do think you guys are both like are gonna be able to push through, be like one of the top teams because in terms of seeding, you guys are very high up there. Let me actually look at the chart right now. Yeah. Yeah, you guys are. Yeah, you guys are. I think top like 1 through 4 right now of the others. So that's really good.
Yeah.
Now I do have a question. So like, if you guys have like a tilting game, like, do you guys have anything like cool or not cool, but like, do you guys have like any rituals that you guys do? Like, do you guys like listen to any kind of music? Because I know for me, like when I if whether it's like competitive or if I'm playing like solo queue, like if I have like a really rough game, I'll take a break, but I'll jam it to like some Taylor Swift, man. Like just how I keep going, bro. Like, shake it off. That's a banger every time. Shake it off. It's good to go. What about you guys? Do you guys have any like rituals you guys do after a tilting game? Like, watch a
I mean,
video,
not
go for a
not
walk.
Taylor Swift, that's for sure, but each their own, I guess.
No, I just don't
More of a
lose. I
sleep
just don't tilt.
token.
Go ahead. Whoever does better. Don't talk all at
Me?
once.
Say sleep token.
Go for take
I
the.
heard someone say sleep token and I vomited a little
Okay, sleep tokens.
bit, but
I liked sleep token a lot. Don't shit on sleep token. Who's that sleep token?
sleep token
Yeah.
fans are a bunch of dick riders,
Whoa!
and that's all they are.
All right, so this is where you
Whoa.
exit the interview. That was a hot ticker. No, but
Yeah, that's
Canadian, what do you
crazy to
do?
say.
What's your go-to?
Yeah, for me, it's probably music. Like maybe like take like a five, like again, like you said, solo queue. Take like a little bit of a time away from the computer. But most of the time it's like music, and I'll probably put on some sleep token.
Oh no.
What about you, Marlexia? What do you do?
I think I put on some sleep token too. Actually, I'm just, nah, it's also just music. Music. I I pretty much I would say. I guess I don't have a set person. I guess I go to, but just music.
What about you,
I don't
Miach?
really.
I just don't lose. Don't tilt.
You don't lose. Okay, if I go to your solo queue match history right now, and if I see a loss,
That 5 and 9 Annie's
No.
looking a little rough.
Annie,
I mean, it is what it is.
were you just having fun that game?
I mean, having fun solo queue is what you're supposed to be doing. Having fun playing League. I mean, if you don't, why play the game?
No, seriously. I'm not
Since
gonna
when
lie.
do we have fun playing League? I thought we play League to hate ourselves. Isn't that like the whole shtick of it?
Wait, Miach, I forget. You said that you recently picked up League, right? You've only been playing like a
No.
year or two.
That's not me. No.
That
I've
wasn't
been
you?
playing
Okay,
since
how long you been playing?
season 7. I've been playing since season 7, I believe.
Season 7.
7 or 8.
Were you always a top laner?
No, I was like, I think I started out with mid and AD.
Mhm.
And then when Camille was like bonkers,
Yeah.
like Camille came out,
Yeah.
I was like one-tricking Camille a bit. And then I guess I did like autofill roles. So play a bit of everything in like season 9, 10.
Mhm.
And then I took a break because of schooling and traveling.
Yeah.
And then recently came back and top lane.
Yeah, I've been playing since the beginning. I'm a boomer. I've been playing since season like beta. And I started off as a top laner, then I was a mid laner, and then I played jungle, and then I went to bot lane. Realized I was terrible as AD carry. Then I realized I was a terrible laner, and then someone told me, "Why don't you play a role where you don't have to interact with anybody? You just farm camps." And I was like, "That sounds great to me." And I've been a jungler since season 8 or 9. That was the first time I hit diamond and climbed my way up to masters and been consecutively masters. And then when COVID happened, I had like my training arc and I had like so much free time. I was actually able to hit grandmaster, which all it was just playing like almost like 2,000 games that season. I'm not proud of that, so don't do that, kids. What about
Not where
you?
I saw that story going though. I thought you were gonna be like, as bad at bot. Went to this other role was bad. He's like, and now I just produce things. I was
Yeah,
like,
now
oh.
I'm homeless, so. No, you're good. What about you, Canadian? How long have you been playing?
I'm pretty much a boomer too. I've been playing since season 2. I started off as the top laner. I moved down to ADC. Realized I didn't like having a laning partner, and I went to mid probably around season 8, season 9, something like that.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
What about you, Marlexia?
I've been playing since 2022.
Okay.
That season, so like 3 years.
Mhm.
Yeah, but I don't have like a set role. I can play any role. Don't matter to me. Like
It's
I said, I
so
played for
late, though.
Sabretooth. So
What made you? Because like, okay, for me, like, League's such a weird game. I've noticed that like people started playing after. Like, I'd say like League really didn't get new people playing. It was more like Arcane happened, and then people started playing. More people seem to be sucked into Valorant. So like, what made you like get into League? Because I'm trying to think. 2022. I don't think anything
so
big happened. Yeah.
my thing was I came from the background of I don't even count this as a MOBA. It's like a third person. I played Smite. That's where I came from. I was a
Oh
Smite
boy.
player,
Oh boy.
and I was top 10 with the God Osiris or whatever in like duel. So I was top 10 in like North America with him.
Oh jeez.
And then I had friends that were playing League and stuff, and they're like, "Come over here." And I still remember my first game of it because it was funny. My first game I played was Brand, and I was mid lane, and I didn't like support items. They're kind of a thing in Smite, but it's not like that much of a thing, I guess.
Yeah.
And so first game I bought a support item, was playing Brand mid, and I was like, I'm getting no gold and I don't know what's going on. But yeah, so it's just friends that were just like, come over and play and try this one. I was like, okay. And Smite died. Smite 2 is dead pretty much. So
Yeah, that the
Play
revamp
this.
definitely killed it. It's funny that you mentioned Brand because like I remember like I used to play both games, so like whenever I remember like when I saw Agni, I was like, wait, this guy's literally
Mhm.
Brand, bro. He just throws a smoke thing and then you stun, and he does this like
Yep.
it's like a mix of Brand and Xerath. So like I always liked Agni, so that's interesting.
Mhm.
Yeah, no, that's cool though. I mean, obviously like League is like I mean it's evolving every year. Like it feels different. Like I think like I saw a post about this, and I don't know if you guys agree, but like they're saying, what was it? I think it was Midbeast that said it. Um, Basically, like League is in the most balanced state that it's been in like years. Like it's not like nothing's super overpowered, and nothing's like I mean, there's stuff that's underpowered. You could definitely argue, but like it doesn't feel like there's like one thing that's like completely destroying the meta. Um, how do you guys feel about that take? Like League being just super balanced.
Yeah, I'd agree with it for sure. I feel like in other past seasons, like certain champs or just like the way you played the game was like it could really throw games out of balance for sure. So definitely in a good spot right now.
I guess it just depends on where you look at. Like if you look in the like pro scene of it, it's the same 4 champions for the same roles. But I don't know if you equate like meta towards more, I guess, like pro play skewed. Because like, for example, like mid lane, it's either like Talia, Ryze, Azir, and if and it's just that type of stuff like every single game. So I guess there are like lane dominance, but I do agree with like Canada where it's not like one champ it is like the one thing. Like if you don't play, you're just gonna lose type thing.
Yeah. What about you, Miach?
I would say it's just recently biased. The numbers just tell a different story.
Yeah. So you think that the game's like in the most broken state that it's been, or like it's not completely balanced? There's definitely some stuff that's like definitely needs nerfing ASAP.
I would say it's more or less the same, TBH. I mean, the numbers tell a story, right?
Yeah.
It's the top champions usually hover at like 53, 54.
Hmm.
Low champs are probably hover at 46. It's always been that way, and it will continue being that way.
Yeah.
They're just more champs in the 50s, more like 49s.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I'm looking at like the top three for every role. Like, I mean, there every it feels like the last few patches, it's been like the same. Like, I'm looking at like jungle, like Pantheon's still there. Pantheon's been like a terror. Top lane, it feels like. I mean, I see that like range top laners are there. So I don't know. I don't know if we want to count rate the range top laners like Varus and Vayne. Um, Mid lane though, Anivia's been kind of taking over. Interesting. Huh. And then bot lane. Who's bot lane right now? Bro, wait. Bot lane, the top champions are not even 80 carries.
That's how it's always been.
Okay, never mind. Maybe the league isn't as the most balanced it's been, bro. Swain, Yasuo, Cassiopeia, Hui, Seraphine, Ziggs, Karthus. What? Never mind. Okay. All right, I take my statement back, guys.
I feel like Yunara will definitely like once she like gets played. Like I say played more, but she's a new champion, so obviously she's getting played a lot. But
Yeah.
I do feel like that champion definitely has like the potential to be almost in a sense like the next Jinx, if that makes sense. Just because she's a really strong late game like hyper carry. Obviously not strong as Jinx getting resets late game, but I definitely feel like once people get a grip on her more and like what works well with her, she'll definitely like start going up there more towards like the 50s for sure.
Yeah. Speaking of Yunara, she's going to be enabled in the league on. So the 15th is her unlock day, so that means the following week, which I believe is the first week of playoffs. So first week of playoffs, Yunara is going to be on bench. So for those that are listening, are itching to play her, get ready. So I'm sure people like know some counters by now. Cool. Well, I don't want to like hold you guys up too long. I do have like this is like a bit that I do every podcast. I'm basically gonna ask you like a few questions and then
Oh,
just give me
fuck.
what is it?
Oh, your mic cut out when you were talking.
Oh,
So I was
oh.
like, oh, he died.
Oh no, I'm here. So basically, I don't want to hold you guys up too long. So I'm gonna ask basically 3 questions for you guys, rapid fire. Just give me like one answer. Just keep it short. You don't have to explain it too much. I'll start with Marlexia. So what is your favorite champion skin right now?
Prestige, Blood Moon Aatrox. It's always been a nice skin.
Solid. What is your least favorite role to get autofilled into?
Probably ADC because a lot of supports are retarded. I probably can't say that word. Are dumb.
Good save there. All right, and then my last question. What is your favorite pro player?
Probably Faker. Just all around. It's Faker fanboy. It's fine with me.
You're
but
good. You're good.
All
There's
around, he's
no
an
shame
all around
here.
solid player. Good comms. It shows you how important things are when, like, especially when he was out with his wrist and everything. Shows how important comms and everything are, and how important a player is to the team. With how dog water T1 became after he was gone. So
Yeah,
Faker.
love it. All right, Miach, we're gonna move on to you. What is your favorite champion skin?
Um, probably Prestige Silas.
The gold one, right, from Project?
Yeah, the gold one.
Yeah, that's a good one. And then what's your least favorite role to get autofilled into?
I would say probably mid lanes.
Mid lane. Okay. And then favorite pro player.
I would say Hanser.
Ooh. Okay, I'm not gonna ask why, but that's an interesting one. Okay, and then Canada. What is your favorite champion skin?
Probably right now would be Prestige Battle Queen Diana.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good one. And then least favorite role to get autofilled into?
Maybe jungle support, kind of between the two.
Gotcha. You like to stay in one place. And
Yeah.
then favorite pro player.
Come down between Chovy or Faker.
Okay, all right. The two
Yeah.
goats. Cool. So as I'm closing out, I'm gonna let you guys do like final words or shout outs, whatever you guys want to do to kind of like reach out to your fans that are out there. Miach, I'm gonna start with you. Any final regards or any shout outs that you want to do?
Nothing much. Expect an easy 4-0 for the next 2 weeks.
Okay. Marlexia?
Well, guess I'll counter off Miach's here. Hopefully, it's not an easy 4-0 because we go against you in the next 2 weeks, I believe. The last game of this stuff. So look forward to it.
Cool. And then Canada, what about you?
I know Wisteria's had a rough last 2 weeks, but expect us to bounce back strong and be coming in hard for the playoffs.
Let's go. Well, thank you guys for joining me for this week's podcast. It was definitely an action-packed episode. We got some interesting takes from all over, and we got some fun stuff from you guys. So thanks again, and we will see you guys this week. Having a blast playing your I guess like penultimate week before the playoffs. So good luck there, guys, and we'll see you guys there. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this episode of Ember Cinder League Podcast, Week 6. Big shout out to our guests, Marlexia, Miach, and Canada, and everyone in the community keeping the fire lit. If you enjoyed the episode, please drop a follow, subscribe, share the video, and let your friends know. Also, come onto the Discord. We have in-houses every weekend, Friday through Saturday and Sunday. We usually start around like 6 p.m. EST, so pop in. Until next time, stay sharp, stay spicy, and we'll see you on the Rift. Peace.